Everyone, Tuesday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks is the Valley's most in-depth weather video, and boy, do we need a video like this tonight because there's a lot to talk about. Now, we don't have any major storms coming our way this week, but we've got very, very big changes coming in our temperatures, and we're going to trade the rain we've had today for, yes, some snow, and I think it'll even accumulate in some parts of the area in about 24 hours or so as we head into tomorrow evening, into tomorrow night as well. So let's get right to the details. Today, as expected, we set a new record high. We reached 59 this afternoon. The old record, I've been calling it kind of low-hanging fruit. Most of our high-temperature records at this time of the year are in the 60s, but today, 57. That was an easy one to pick off. So we beat it by a couple of degrees. That old record dates back to 1938. And, of course, as expected, the day started out with a fair amount of rain. Some of it was kind of heavy. About 3/4 of an inch in some spots. 2/3 of an inch to 3/4 was kind of an average. Close to an inch Mesopotamia, over an inch in Mercer, and approaching an inch at my house in Boardman. Also Alliance getting pretty close to an inch when we look at the 24-hour rain totals. Now, when I recorded Weather Geeks this evening, it was 7:17 p.m., and here's what the radar looked like. What you see is what you get. Some light rain around for a while this evening. Now, it's been a much worse day off to our south. This has been a big severe weather day down in the deep south from parts of Louisiana into Mississippi, Alabama, now the panhandle of Florida into parts of Georgia as well. A lot of reports of tornadoes. You may have seen some of the footage, remarkable footage of tornadoes around the New Orleans area earlier on today. Very, very remarkable footage. So I encourage you to go check that out. And if I come across it this evening, I'll post it on social media. All right, let's head back home and talk about our big-time changes tomorrow. Our cold front rolls through tonight. Tomorrow's a cloudy day. I think the day starts out uneventful, and most of the daylight hours will be uneventful. Temperatures going nowhere tomorrow. We'll drop into the mid-30s tonight, 35 to 37 on average. That's generally where we'll stay tomorrow. We might try to rise a degree or two. That is about it. Now, here's our in-house model, the RPM model. Depiction of things for tomorrow evening, right around 9-10 o'clock. It shows a pretty good band of snow close to the Ohio River, and then it changes over to some rain down into West Virginia. Now, the placement of this band of more intense snow is going to be key. Some of the modeling has it more like this instead of down here. And so there is a degree of uncertainty here as to where this main band is going to try to set up. If this model is correct and it's to our south, we'll be hard-pressed to get more than an inch out of this in our viewing area. But if you're traveling down Route 11 or Route 7, Steubenville, Wheeling, Zanesville, heading down towards Athens, and then over towards Clarksburg and Morgantown, West Virginia, McKeesport, Pennsylvania, those are the kind of places that would do pretty well if this model had exactly the right idea. I suspect it's a little bit too far to the south. I think the heavier band or the more moderate band will be a little farther north. But whatever happens tomorrow evening into tomorrow night, everyone's going to see a pretty good chance of some snow showers here on Thursday. And this is going to be, we're going to snap right back into harsh winter cold for a day anyway. The wind will be howling. The snow will be flying at times. I think there could be some localized accumulations here on Thursday of an inch or two, depending on how these bands decide to set up. Not really true lake effect. There'll be some lake enhancement with this. But, yeah, real tough day on Thursday. Now, Friday looks like a better day. We'll reach a late day high in the upper 20s. And then I think actually temperatures will keep rising Friday night in the wake of this warm front. It'll turn breezy, and we're right back into spring for the weekend. But let's focus again on our snow for late Wednesday. Here's how I have things broken down hour by hour. Snow chances go up after sunset, probably peaking by the mid to late evening. I might even have to take these numbers up to 90 or 100% for a few hours. As I get more model information in this evening, I'll be making some adjustments, of course. But that's the way things look right now. Again, no problems through the daylight hours tomorrow. Now, this is going to be a big-time storm, especially Thursday, as this transitions over towards the Mid-Atlantic region. So anybody traveling on the PA Turnpike, I-70, that's a trouble spot. Harrisburg to Philly to Allentown to the Poconos to maybe New York City, Hartford, Boston, Providence. While this model probably doesn't have exactly the right placement of the heaviest band of snow, it's going to be somewhere in there. A lot of places are going to get their biggest snow of the year so far. It's been a pretty snow-free season so far across the Mid-Atlantic region and New England. So big ticket item out to our east. Back here at home, here's what the modeling is doing. Again, for late Wednesday night, most of our modeling is between an inch and 2 inches. Now, the latest runs of the NAM and the RPM are under an inch. European's a little over an inch, and this is the GFS model in the red line here. It shows even close to 2 inches late Wednesday night. And then some additional accumulations of possibility during the day Thursday with that residual snow shower activity. Now, these latest trends on the NAM and the RPM, there are two highest resolution models. They bear watching. If that trend continues with the late evening runs, we're going to have a hard time seeing 2 inches here. Our most likely accumulation will be closer to an inch. So I think a lot will be riding on our late evening models tonight. I might have to adjust this a little bit before the 11 o'clock show. As it stands right now, I think our most likely accumulation for the most places, an inch to 2 inches. Most I could see a little over 2 inches. And again, if this farther south trend continues, 2 inches might be kind of a pipe dream. Might be more like 3/4 of an inch or an inch in most spots. Now, once we're done with tomorrow, the story definitely is the wind and the cold on Thursday. And while, again, there can be some light accumulations of snow, boy, what a change. After almost 60 today, wind chills Thursday morning in the teens, wind chills Thursday afternoon only in the single digits for some places. I mean, this is dramatic stuff for 48 hours. This is more the kind of dramatic swing that we see in March. Not as much, not as often in the month of February. But it's been that kind of a month so far. Now, if you're a snow lover, boy, I hope you're satisfied for the next couple of days, because this is the next 2 weeks' worth of snow. And what you see here is, according to the European ensemble mean of all 51 members of the European model, it shows for the next 2 weeks under 6 inches worth of snow for us. And most of this accumulation would be with our event tomorrow night and with the snow showers on Thursday. After that, it's going to be hard to see much snow around here. So what you see here for the next 2 weeks, a lot of this is the next couple of days. It's just not going to be a very wintry pattern. Beyond that, I've been talking a lot about the month of February is likely to go into the record books as a warmer than average month. We've got a big thaw, an extended thaw, pretty likely, I think, in about 2 weeks, right around the 19th, 20th of the month. That looks like a warm stretch of weather. Now, what I've done here is looked at meteorological spring on the latest climate modeling. This is March, April, May. If the latest climate models are to be believed, and you always take these with a grain of salt this far out, but they are advertising a warmer than average spring here. As far as precipitation goes, kind of a hint here that it would be a somewhat drier than average or near average spring in terms of rainfall. But again, big grain of salt with these. I show you these sort of for entertainment purposes only, but we'll keep an eye on the trends. Sometimes these climate models sniff out the right idea pretty early. Sometimes they don't really catch on until the last minute. So we'll see what the trends are as we get closer to the month of March. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11, and I wish